tradition, we practice this way to allow that spiritual self to express in the body mind. And when we feel that presence, it naturally guides the way that we then live. We have the potential to be an instrument of that presence that's within us. And we recognize, when we have our own experience, we recognize that presence all around us. And our natural relationship becomes one of compassion to each other, regardless of the form, the color, or the name. A natural respect and compassion. And we would naturally then work for peace amongst those who divide themselves. Swami Satchidananda came to this country back in the 60s when the war in Vietnam was going on, and some of his students wanted to go protest the war. And they went with, if they wanted to go, they had quite a lot of aggressive energy. In a way, you could say they had a lot of anger. He said, "Oh, you're going to go with that anger to promote peace, are you?" He taught us that if we want to make peace in the world, that the best place to start is here. I'll finish with this little anecdote, story that he told of a parent who had a guest to meet with, and the child of this parent was wanting the parent's attention. And the parent wanted to give the child something to occupy it for a little while during the meeting. And say she took a picture out of a magazine, a picture of the world, and tore the picture into pieces and gave it to the child, and see if you can put the world back together. A nice puzzle. My child was anxious and ran off with the puzzle pieces and had them on a board. And the parent continued with the meeting, but fairly quickly the child came back with the world all put back together. She was, the mother, say, was surprised. How is it possible that quickly you were able to put it back together? And she said, well, it was challenging at first, but then I noticed when I turned over one piece, on the other side there was another picture. It was a hand. And I turned over another piece, and there was a head. Another piece, there was a foot. And I turned over all those pieces, and I found the pieces of the human body. And that I knew how to put back together. I think the analogy speaks for itself, that if we can just take care of this body-mind and make peace in this one place, then we'll naturally be a presence of peace wherever we are. We have the potential to influence those around us in that direction. Beyond just some words, right? Beyond some kind of ego trip that might come off as holier than thou, but with compassion and respect. Thank you for the opportunity to share from the yoga tradition.
Thank you.
Since I think the intention of coming together in this way is to share, and we've had the opportunity to share words and practice, we also have the opportunity to share some food together, which is another beautiful way to share. So I'd like to invite us all to go downstairs, use the bathroom on the way.